We got a jam-packed schedule, some awesome AFC matchups this week. Which AFC team? Let's take a look at those matchups. We've got Indy at Houston, Denver at Buffalo, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, Miami at Cleveland. There's even more than that, but which is a must-win of these?
I look at Buffalo, this is very interesting. I don't want to call anybody out at the table or at home, but nobody's watched the Bills all year. No one has seen them play. They have not had a single primetime game. They have not even had a 4 o'clock window game. You at home, I love you. You didn't watch Bills Redskins. You didn't watch Bills Jets. They just haven't been out there. What's interesting about this game against Denver is that next week the Bills play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to watch. So this whole do they have a good record? Are they a good team? It is all going to be there. Do not mess this up and lose to a Denver team that doesn't quit, that was fighting their backside off against the Vikings on the last play. This team can beat the Bills. Don't ruin the party because everyone's going to finally watch you. No one has seen you all year. Next week, they will.
Thursday night was one of the ugliest moments the NFL has seen in recent history.
Yeah.
We came in Friday morning and talked about it ad nauseum, as we should. And right now, Myles Garrett is in the league office, and he's trying to pretend his case to James Thrash. Lost in all of that was the Browns quietly won another football game and quietly got another victory to stack on a one that they beat the Bills the week before. They go down to Miami. If they rattle off a third straight win, and then they play a beleaguered Steelers team, the Browns can salvage this season. I look at the Browns-Dolphins, must win because their playoff lives are flickering right now. Flickering. They're dead if they lose this game. You win this game, suddenly the Browns, after all the tears we shed and the blood we spilled the first few weeks of the season about how they've been such a disappointment, rattle off 3 straight wins, winnable schedule. Look at that schedule. They can do this thing. So to me, Browns, don't drop the ball. I know it's going to be tough to overcome the loss of Myles Garrett, both in the locker room and on the field. Go win against Miami. We got something here.
We talked about this earlier on the show. The Houston Texans, on a short week, have got to win this football game against the Indianapolis Colts. I mentioned the Colts are already 3-0 in the division. If the Colts win this game, they're 4-0. There's no way that Houston's going to get back into the race. Houston has to play the Tennessee Titans twice still. So for the Texans, on the short week, this is the biggest game of the season right now for them. If they don't win this game, I think it's an uphill battle. They're going to need a ton of help. They're going to be sitting there scoreboard watching the rest of the year. It's right there in front of you right now, and Deshaun Watson's going to have his biggest game. I don't know if he's 100%. I saw the injury. As soon as I saw him go down, I thought, boy, that's high ankle written all over it.
Yeah.
And for Deshaun Watson, who has thrown more passes outside the pocket than any quarterback in the league right now, that could be very dangerous for them.
You mentioned the Titans twice. I'm looking at them. Quietly, Tannehill comes in, and they've won 3 of the last 4 games. But in order to be taken seriously, they've got to put away the Jags, who are 6-5. They've got to do that. And then the Titans would move to 6-5. And now we're talking about something here. But
that's big.
The Texans looking as vulnerable as they do.
And it's a weird schedule anomaly. They play the Titans 2 times in the last 3 weeks. So, that's really going to be all tied together tight. I also just want to point out, GMFB history, November 20th, 2019, Schrager points out we have to be prudent sometimes, which is the first time that's ever been spoken. The Oakland Raiders made you say prudent. That's it.
We don't want to be silly here.
I can't wait till that one comes back, Peter, because I have that right here in my pocket for you.
Wouldn't be
Lamar Jackson is the greatest player to ever play the game, but we have to be prudent with our comments.
Right
You're doing a very cool thing on the show
George Bush
this
on us?
hour. We have a huge announcement. We're going to give you the nominees for the